Okay, so how long have you been watching South Park for?
About 3 months.
3 months, so we just kind of got into it. But I've seen a few episodes, and I never really got into it very much. But for some reason, I don't know, it was... I don't know, why do you think we like it? I mean, it's really, it's crude, it's poorly animated, and...
funny as hell.
It's really, really funny. Like, one of the funniest shows ever. What do you think about all of the obscenities and
I don't know.
crude depictions and everything? Do you think it's something that we should be watching?
I think your mother would be very disappointed in us.
Well, my parents think that The Simpsons is an abomination, so let alone South Park.
Oh, yes.
So that just goes without saying. So it's not that I like all of the animated shows out there. Like, I hate Family Guy and I loathe American Dad and pretty much everything on
I think
Comedy Central besides South Park.
What
is
makes
horrible.
South Park redeemable is how intelligent it is.
Yeah, it's just one of the most intelligent shows on... It's probably one of the only intelligent shows on television.
Yeah, pretty much.
I can watch it, and we watch it for free on Netflix. Every season is on Netflix for free. I can watch it and be like, hey, I don't feel like I'm watching television because, one, there's no commercials, but two, I feel like my brain's actually turned on rather than turned off.
Exactly. It makes you think.
Okay, so let's talk about some of our favorite characters. I don't know about you, but I know that I really like Stan. Not Kyle. Stan and Stan's dad. I just think that the two of them, the dynamics are hilarious because on the one hand, you've got Stan, who's he's pretty much just the ingenue. He's like a very ordinary kid, and he just kind of takes it all in. He's almost just kind of like the observer of the whole show, but he's always like the most willing to go along with it. He just doesn't care. He's like, yeah, whatever, we'll do this. That's fine. And so he kind of just ends up experiencing most of the stuff in the show. And then Kyle's dad is just this ridiculously... He's just stupid. I mean, he's just... Every episode he makes the wrong decision.
He's an American dad.
He's like, that's what the show American Dad should be like. It should be Stan's dad, the show. Randy Marsh. The show.
The show.
I think that they could probably survive on a spin-off of Randy Marsh. What about you? What's your favorite character?
It's a tie for me between two characters, and they couldn't be more opposite. And that would be Butters. Mm-hmm. I love Butters.
I know you like Butters. Wait, who does Butters remind you of, Kimberly?
I made a comment once about Butters reminding me of Thomas. I don't know. Because Butters is like this little, Christian boy, and he just like...
Well, gee whiz, Kimberly. Oh, hamburgers.
He just cracks me up so much. And his, relationship with his parents cracks me up, too. Because his parents, absolutely,
whatever he does, he's grounded.
Whatever, the episode where, his parents thought that he was making faces, and he was like, that's just my face, Mom. And it was so sad. It was so sad. And then my other favorite character is probably everyone's favorite character, Cartman. I don't know. I just love Cartman. He's so wrong, but I love him so much. And I love his hatred of Kyle. Just that episode.
Man, making fun of the Jews is hilarious.
No, it's not that. I just think it's hilarious. The episode with all the old people driving, which is a hilarious episode, by the way. And they get into, Stan's grandfather's car, and Cartman goes, I just want you guys to know that I love all of you, except for you, Kyle. It's just funny to me. I don't know. The one that we just watched cracked me up so much because we have a lot of friends who have red hair. And
ginger kids. Ginger
on the
Kids.
Ginger Kids. And that was hilarious.
We're just at season 8 right now, so we haven't seen all the new stuff, but I know that the Ginger Kids come back eventually.
Ooh, nice. And then the Christmas episode with the Christmas critters. The satanic animals.
I knew it was coming, and it was just like, right?
And then I surprisingly really liked that episode where Michael Jackson and his son Blanket move into town. I thought that was hilarious. Like, they did Michael Jackson so well,
yes,
and how he would always be like, "No, that's just ignorant. You're ignorant."
I like the episode where Cartman freezes himself and ends up like 1,000 years in the future.
Oh yeah.
Where, like, there's no religion, but there's still war, and people are just warring over their opinions about science.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, the World of Warcraft episode.
Oh,
I love that one. That you just can't not love that one.
I love the Towley episode, of course.
Towley! Oh, I forgot about Towley.
Don't forget to bring a towel. You want to get high?
You want to get high?
They talk about everything. They talk about drugs. They talk about, cigarette smoking.
The Catholic Church.
Definitely the Catholic Church. I think the creators are Catholic. They talk about everything. They talk about Scientology. They talk about Mormons. They talk about the presidents. They talk about the wars. Everything. And it's always relevant. It's always intelligent.
Voting. They even had an episode on voting.
And it never ever comes off as closed-minded. It always comes off as very open-minded.
Yeah, because there's always like all the characters always have some sort of different perspective or point of view on it, so you can always relate to someone.
Talk about Cartman some more.
Yay!
Because
my favorite subject.
Well, Cartman is a really excellent vehicle because he's just totally motivated by self-interest. And in general, he has a tendency...
Sorry, that was really annoying.
He has a tendency towards, certain views, usually more conservative views, but, pretty much they throw him in all sorts of different situations. He just represents self-interest, and the best example, are episodes like the Ginger Kids episode, where he ends up being extremely hypocritical. Like, first of all, the episode starts off with him talking about how horrible ginger kids are and how they should be, like, shunned. And then his friends, dye his hair in the middle of the night.
And bleach his skin and put freckles on him somehow. I don't know how they did that, but...
Yeah, they use some sort of
and obviously there is no thing that can bleach your skin. But anyway.
Anyways, he becomes a ginger kid.
He becomes a ginger kid.
And then he's so desperate to not be a minority, and it was totally a play on Black Power too.
Yeah.
It was, he desperate not to be a minority, he like organizes all of the ginger kids into this group that like tries to dominate over everyone else.
Yeah.
And then he pushes it even more over the edge. Tries to eradicate everyone except gingers, and then at the end he finds out, oh, I'm not actually a ginger. and
then he's like,
let's all be friends.
Let's all get along.
Let's live in harmony. when you get offended, it's not a bad thing, and we live in this culture right now that treats offense
PC.
like.
Everything has to be so PC.
So many people, especially the liberal culture right now, if you offend someone, it's like you're personally attacking them, even though offense is totally based on your state of mind, not on your circumstances. Like, for example, say you have you grew up and you were made fun of at school. You were called fat. Well, you might not look fat, at a certain point in your life, but someone might say a comment that offends you or deeply hurts you because it brings up those emotions. That has nothing to do with the other person. And I think that's really what I love about South Park, is that, they challenge people to be offended and let things be offensive, as long as it's not hateful and hurtful to other people. It's not a bad thing. And I think that they've done a lot for our culture, probably. I mean, we've just started watching it.
When Martha Stewart stuck a turkey up her butt, that was pretty...
So in conclusion,
I love South Park. Thomas. Oh my God! I killed Thomas.
you bastard!